up and sit down.
So let's move on. Stetson Kennedy, the author of Jim Crow Guide, offered these simple rules that blacks were supposed to observe in conversing with whites. So this is if you're talking to a white person. So number 1, never assert or even intimate, imply or insinuate that a white person is lying. So even if the white person was lying, you can't say anything about it. It's not allowed. Recently, there was a story, I believe it was involving the Catholic Church, where this student was reprimanded for saying that the teacher lied. And you see all the time in books about, or excuse me, articles about these schools where the black kid is like, you're not teaching slavery right. That's not, that's not how I learned it. And you're calling these people workers and they were slaves. And the kid gets written up. They get sent to the office. And yeah, maybe it gets rectified later. But the point is that the initial response is the Jim Crow response. You can't tell me I'm lying. I'm white. And I deal with that shit all the time on social media. You can't tell me anything. I'm a white person. Sure, they're not going to say that, but that's the implication. Why are you so fucking indignant because a black person told you you're wrong? Because you're being fucking racist. Period. Sorry. That's how it works. You don't like it? Go fuck yourself. All right. Number 2. Never impute dishonorable intentions to a white person. Again, you can't tell them anything about themselves. They're good regardless. Number 3. Never suggest that a white person is from an inferior class. So, let's say like you're a black person, you got a little bit of money, you say, well, that white person, they're poor. Like, I don't care what they have to say. That was an immediate, reprimand. You're not allowed to do that. You can't say that. You can't imply that you're any better than white people. And it's funny because you'll see black celebrities today talk about how much money they have all the time, but they never say like, hey, I have more money than this white person. They're always talking about, I got more money than most black people, so I'm the shit. Motherfucker, you are shit. Stinks. Number 4, never lay claim to or overly demonstrate superior knowledge or intelligence. Let me tell you something. This is still a rule today. Black people cannot be intelligent in America. It will get you fucked. It's one of the reasons I'm sitting here doing this show right now. I'm too smart for these white motherfuckers. They don't like it. They don't like that I go into a performance, I make it great, speak my mind, I don't follow their little fucking rules, I don't care about their stupid theories, I know I'm good, I don't need them. That's why I'm sitting here talking to you on a podcast. That's why I have to start my own business, because even if you're talented, you can't be too talented. You can't be smart. You have to be an idiot to be an entertainer, especially if you're black. Never curse a white person. Don't get me started on rap music. We don't even have to talk about it. Y'all know you hate rap music. I hear so much. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of people talking about how much they hate rap music. And don't get me wrong, there's some terrible hip hop. But you want to know why they want to take rap music away from us if you're black? Do you really want to know? Or really any race that isn't white. The reason they don't want you rapping is because they don't want you cursing them. Remember, they always tell you, don't curse, and they censor the cursing? 1950s, the Jim Crow, that's all it was. That's all it is, baby. That's all you have to know. Never laugh derisively at white person. I'm laughing at white people right now. As I said, that's why I'm here. White people are funny. You can't help but laugh at white people because white people just pretend they're good all the time. It doesn't matter what they do. It's good. It's kind of like the Bible, then, it's like one day there's going to be a white person Bible, and it's going to be like just white people doing normal things, but it's going to be written holy, and then, Mike went to get a cheese sandwich and it was good. And then Mike went to work to tell black people what to do, and that was good. One day that's going to be in the Bible, guaranteed. If it's white, it's right? That's what Jim Crow is. If you're white, I'll laugh at you till the cows come home. You know, if you do something stupid. My white friends will tell you that. Again, another reason I ain't got no job. Never comment upon the appearance of a white female. Let me tell you something right now. If you're a white supremacist, I want you to know I fuck my white wife every single night. And I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed to do that at all. I'm proud of it. You don't need to fucking tell me who to fuck, all right? I'm sick of that shit. I'm sick of it. What's wrong with America that they need to tell everyone how to behave all the time? Where to put their genitalia? What are you thinking about my genitalia for? It's weird. You need to cut it out. It's getting gross. So those are just a few of the rules that black people had to follow, and that a few are still around, still kicking in. So let's look at a few more, shall we? All right, here we go. Barbers. No colored barber shall serve as a barber to white girls or women. That was in Georgia. Blind wards. The Board of Trustees shall maintain a separate building on separate ground for the admission, care, instruction, and support of all blind persons of the colored or black race. I believe that's Louisiana. So if you were blind and you needed assistance, there was a separate room for you from the white blind people. So you have black blind people building and the white blind people building. This is how nutty this stuff gets. Moving on. Burial. The officer in charge shall not bury or allow to be buried any colored persons upon grounds set apart or used for the burial of white persons. So even in death, you're not equal. Even when you're just a corpse and there's no breath or blood or life left in you, even in death, you still are worthless to a white supremacist if you're black. Buses. All passenger stations in this state operated by any motor transportation company shall have separate waiting rooms or space and separate ticket windows for the white and colored races. That was Alabama. Child custody. It shall be unlawful for any parent, relative, or white or other white person in this state having the control or custody of any white child by right of guardianship, natural or acquired, or otherwise, to dispose of, give, or surrender such white child permanently in the custody, control, maintenance, or support of a Negro. That was South Carolina. So black people could adopt black children, and that was it. You couldn't adopt a white child. Education. The schools for white children and the schools for Negro children shall be conducted separately. That's good old Florida. Libraries. The state librarian is directed to fit up and maintain a separate place for the use of the colored people who may come to the library for the purpose of reading books and periodicals. You're not equal when you read. You got to read in different spaces. Mental hospitals. The Board of Control shall see that proper and distinct apartments are arranged for said parents, so that in no case shall Negroes and white persons be together. No case, not even if you know how a lot of times people who get mental institutions, they don't even know where they are. But they still had to put up with this stupid system. Even them, even people, adults who had the minds of children, this was still reinforced. Militia. The white and colored militia shall be separately enrolled and shall never be compelled to serve in the same organization. No organization of colored troops shall be permitted where white troops are available, and where whites are permitted to be organized. Colored troops shall be under the command of white officers. North Carolina. One of the reasons I'm so against, these gun rights idiots is because they don't mean that for black people. It's not for black people. It's for white people. They don't want you having guns. If you think that it's advantageous for you if you're black to have a gun, okay, whatever. Just read up on Christopher Dorner. See what happened to him. Nurses. No person or corporation shall require any white female nurse to nurse in wards or rooms in hospitals, either public or private, in which Negro men are placed. Again, this is treating white women and black men as children, telling them what to do with their bodies. 11. Prisons. The warden shall see that the white convicts shall have separate apartments for both eating and sleeping from the Negro convicts. Even if you committed a crime, you weren't the same. You're still separate but equal. Teaching. Any instructor who shall teach in any school, college, or institution where members of the white and colored race are received and enrolled as pupils for instruction shall be deemed guilty of a misdemeanor, and upon conviction thereof shall be fined. That's right. Teachers were fined if they allowed black and white students in the same room together to learn. Wine and beer, two of the most important things in American history. Alcohol. Wine and beer. All persons licensed to conduct the business of selling beer or wine shall serve either white people exclusively or colored people exclusively, and shall not sell to the two races within the same room. That's a law from Georgia. I suppose that's to prevent sexual relations, because they seem to be pretty obsessed with that, because they don't want to create the mongrel race, you see. But these are all good people. These are the people that you're constantly apologizing for, claiming that they're not racist. You know, well, it's just a political movement. It's not a big deal. Calm down. Let's all keep our heads together and be moderate. Yeah. No. There's no middle ground with these people. They want these very strict rules. They do it through incrementalism. They'll begin by nudging you in little directions, and then they'll push a law through, just like they pushed the anti-trans bill through the other day that I've been screaming on this stupid microphone for a long time now. They're coming for your rights. You have to stop allowing these people to get away with every little thing they want. They're coming for your rights. And you're still tiptoeing around the issue. Bitch-ass Congress bitched out. They're not going to pack the court. You're a joke, and you know this history. Why do I have to read it to you? This is where it's going. This is where they want to go, and they want it not just for black people. They want it for gay people. You see a lot of these laws involve women. They're coming for you. It's going to be for Asian people. It's going to be for everyone that they dislike, which is anyone who is not a white man, who is healthy, because the disabled people too. You know, they're coming for you too. And all of these laws will be applied to you if you let these Christian maniacs maintain power, if you let them continue to dictate what this country does. This is your future. This Jim Crow etiquette will be applied to your liberal ass. And you need to stop fucking around. And I'm not going to tell you that everything's going to be all right, because guess who said that, whatever it was, 12 years ago? Just keep hope alive, all this bullshit. No. Look what happened. You lost rights. You didn't gain anything from that. You lost ground. So to close out, let me describe to you what your possible future could be like. This is called the Colored Waiting Room, 1952. Those signs in downtown Dallas, the signs over the water fountains and in the bus station, came down in 1955 or 56, and a couple of years later they began to adhere to the Supreme Court decision. That's right. Colored waiting room. You've heard it before. You've heard it in school. Imagine now what is on the horizon. Will they have female waiting rooms in this Christian theocracy they're building? Will they have transsexual waiting rooms? Will gay people be forced to bathe in different showers in gyms? Will disabled people not be allowed in movie theaters again? These are all things that could happen. You have maniacs in Congress, and they will write these things into law unless you stand up and say no. That's what you do with Jim Crow etiquette. That's what you do when they try to take away your rights. Enough pussyfooting around. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining me this morning on More Content Talk, or evening, afternoon, whatever your pleasure, whatever time it is. If you'd like, you can join us on our More Content Talk website, which you can find on the Anchor website. You could also support us, donate on Anchor if you so choose, or you could just listen to the shows a lot. I really appreciate the surge in listenership we've had recently. I mean, I never thought the show would even get 100 listens, but it's getting way more than that. So we thank you very much. Also, you could follow us on Instagram at More Content Talk. You could also follow us on Twitter at more_content PLS. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. And tell Jim Crow to go fuck himself, all right? Fuck these guys, these conservatives. All right, everyone. Have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon. See you later. Bye.